You might think you know Malaysia. But chances are, you don't. Because behind the skyscrapers and beaches, this country hides some truly mind-blowing cultural facts. From royal bloodlines older than the British monarchy, to a centuries-old dish that literally saved lives. Stay with me, you're going to look at Malaysia completely differently after this. Let's start with something shocking. Did you know Malaysia has 9 royal families, at the same time? Unlike any other country, Malaysia rotates its king, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, every 5 years, choosing him from 9 hereditary sultans. That's right, it's like having 9 Game of Thrones kingdoms in one country, but peaceful. Why is that? We'll get to it in a minute. And here's something you'll only see in Malaysia. You could drive down a street and see a mosque, Hindu temple, and Chinese shrine all in the same block. It's one of the most religiously diverse places on earth, and they've found a way to make it work. There are official public holidays for all 3 major religions, and during festivals like Chinese New Year or Hari Raya, everyone joins in. Imagine if the whole US celebrated Ramadan and Diwali together. Malaysia actually does that. Now here's a food fact that might blow your mind. You've heard of Nasi Lemak, right? But what you didn't know is, it used to be a farmer's survival meal. The rich coconut rice gave energy, the anchovies and peanuts added protein, and the sambal kept it preserved. Today, it's a national dish, even served on airplanes, but it started as a clever way to survive the fields. And don't get it twisted, Malaysian English, or Manglish, isn't broken English. It's a full-on identity. Words like la, meh, and can or not may sound strange to outsiders, but they create rhythm, emotion, and community. It's more than slang, it's connection. Ever heard someone say, okay la? That one word tells you they're relaxed, agreeable, and most likely, Malaysian. Let's shift gears. If you ever attend a wedding in Malaysia, you'll notice something unusual: massive guest lists. In some states, it's normal to invite over 1,000 people. Why? Because in Malaysian culture, weddings are community events, not private ceremonies. A wedding is a time for the entire village, street, or neighborhood to celebrate. Even strangers are welcome. Now here's a surprising law. Chewing gum. Totally fine. But selling it? Illegal. Thanks to influence from neighboring Singapore, Malaysia cracked down on gum sales, especially to prevent public mess. So if you're visiting, bring your own gum, but don't try to open a chewing gum shop unless you want to get fined. We've talked about language before, but did you know Bahasa Malaysia was created as a unifying force? It wasn't the original mother tongue for most Malaysians. The country has hundreds of local dialects, but Bahasa Malaysia was chosen to bridge them all. The goal: unity, identity, independence. And it worked. Today, it's spoken by nearly everyone, from rural farmers to urban CEOs. Ever seen a traffic jam, with no cars moving but nobody honking? Welcome to Malaysia. The culture discourages loud conflict, especially in public. In fact, direct confrontation is considered rude. People are taught to stay calm, smile, and hint at their disagreements instead of shouting them out. It might seem passive at first, but it keeps things peaceful in crowded cities. Here's another curious thing: time works differently here. Events are often scheduled with the phrase, Malaysian time, which loosely means, whenever people show up. Being 20 minutes late? Not a big deal. It's not laziness, it's cultural. Relationships matter more than strict timing, and flexibility is part of daily life. And finally, something most people don't expect. In Malaysia, multicultural food isn't a trend. It's a lifestyle. You can have Indian roti for breakfast, Chinese dim sum for lunch, and Malay satay for dinner, all on the same street. In fact, many dishes themselves are blends of different cultures. Like rojak, a spicy fruit salad with Indian and Chinese roots. Or laksa, a noodle soup that varies wildly between states, sometimes creamy, sometimes sour, sometimes spicy, and always delicious. So now you know. Malaysia isn't just beaches and shopping malls. It's a nation built on deep respect, old kingdoms, and cultural fusion. From its rotating royalty to its roti canai, this country is full of stories the world has barely heard. And we've only scratched the surface. Which of these surprised you the most? Let me know. And if you want more, we're just getting started.